Welcome to Thought for March the 4th. Our readings are taken from Leviticus chapters 9 and 10, Psalm 108 and 109, and 2 Corinthians chapters 1 and 2. And our thought is, I will be sanctified. The word sanctified means recognized as holy, set apart from the commonplace, treating a situation or place with all reverence. Above all, this must be our attitude towards God. In our Leviticus reading today, we see the dramatic and disastrous result of a failure to do this. Imagine being there with all the wonder of the tabernacle and the manifestation of the actual presence of God as worship in it began. We read, "The glory of the Lord appeared to all the people, and fire came out from before the Lord and consumed the burnt offerings." Chapter 9, verses 23 and 24. As a result, human attitudes of reverence and humility should have been paramount. The reaction at the time was totally understandable. They shouted and fell on their faces, we read in verse 24. Aaron had 4 sons. All were involved in assisting their father, and today's chapter tells how tragedy overwhelmed 2 of them. In the way we speak today, we might judge that their position of importance went to their head. Nadab and Abihu each took his censer and put fire in it and laid incense on it and offered unauthorized fire before the Lord, which he had not commanded them, we read in chapter 10, verse 1. The result was terrifying, for they died before the Lord, as fire from him consumed them. Verse 2. Moses then says to Aaron, "Among those who are near me I will be sanctified, and before all the people I will be glorified." Verse 3. There is a vital lesson here for everyone who seeks to serve God and have a close relationship with him. This applies to Christians just as much as to Israelites. Several examples of a failure to do this come to mind. One is the practice of christening of babies in many churches, which is not mentioned in the Bible or even hinted at. Instead, the followers of Christ practice baptism, which is described as an appeal to God for a good conscience in 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 21. Another is the teaching of people of a different gospel to distort the gospel of Christ, Galatians 1 verses 6 and 7. Paul says, "Let him be accursed." Who does that? In verse 9. And this is what happened to 2 of the sons of Aaron. A most important lesson for us as we follow Christ and the apostles, doing so in ways which truly follow the example they set and the words they preached. Thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, and we remember that they are a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.